Morning everyone. Right, time for maths, and we're going to combine those dreaded topics again, division and fractions. But hopefully by now you've realised that it's not as bad as it sounds, or as bad as you might have built it up to in your head. So I'm going to start off with my normal analogy for fractions because I like bananas. So if I have two bananas, I haven't got any bananas, so we're going to pretend that these are bananas. If I've got two bananas and I divide them by 2, I share them between 2. How many bananas have I got? I have 1 banana. If I've got 2 apples and I divide them by 2, what have I got? 1 apple. If I've got 2 pears and I divide them by 2, what have I got? I've got 1 pear. So it follows that if I've got 2 quarters and I divide them by 2, I've got 1 quarter. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So I'm going to start off and I'm just going to have a quarter there and a quarter there. So I've got 2 quarters. If I divide them by 2, if I share them equally, each side has got 1 quarter. Okay, so let's say 2 quarters divided by 2. Okay, so that looks like if I divide it, I've got 1 quarter. What about if I was to draw a bar model? Could we do it that way? Let's have a look. So there's my whole. There's my quarters. I only want 2 of them. So I've got a quarter there and I've got a quarter there. If I divide them equally, if I halve that, oh look, I've got 1 quarter. Now what about just checking with the method that we used yesterday for dividing unit fractions? If I did it that way, and I'm going to go for a different colour just so it shows up, I could say 2 quarters divided by 2. So if you remember yesterday, we were dividing the denominator, sorry, I've got that wrong, I don't want to confuse you. We were multiplying the denominator by 2. So that would give us 2/8. And we know we can simplify that to 1 quarter. So you can still multiply your numerator, but if your numerator and your divisor are equal, you can literally just share the fraction. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. So this time we're dividing the numerator, okay? Or you could do it the same way. So I'm going to do a couple more examples. Let's have a look at 3 quarters divided by 3. 3 bananas divided by 3 is 1. 3 quarters divided by 3 is 1 quarter. Divide the numerator by the divisor. We've got 3 of them and we're literally dividing them equally. One more, 4/5 divided by 4 equals 1/5. And we could draw it if we just drew, there we go, one of those, each of those equals 1/5. So altogether we've got 1, 2, 3, 4/5. Divide them by 4, each section has 1/5 in. It is as simple as that. Dividing fractions is a dream compared with subtracting fractions. You will have no trouble with this at all. So I'm going to leave you to get on with your do it, secure it and deepen it. Please remember, on the secure it, write out the calculation before you write your explanation. It's a much better explanation if you can see the calculation, but also it makes your explanation simpler. I'm going to be nagging in your feedback if you're not doing that. Okay, have fun. Let me know if you've got any problems. Bye guys.